Yo, I'm seeing this narrative going around that there's one part in the fight where Floyd punched me and I kind of like leaned on him a little bit and it looks like I kind of went limp. And people are trying to spin it and say that he knocked me out and caught me and kept me up to keep the fight going to the eighth round. Shut the fuck up. Like, just shut the fuck up. Like, stop trying to discredit what happened last night. No mistake. He got a lot of good punches in. There's a couple photos. I got fucked up a couple shots. I didn't know my face could like make that shape, but never rocked, never blacked out, never obviously got knocked out. He didn't hold me up. He tried to take me out and he couldn't. It was great.
44 Mayweather. Obviously at 44 Mayweather. Obviously at 44 Mayweather.
He got a lot of good punches in. There's a couple photos. I got fucked up a couple shots.
Obviously at 44 Mayweather.
I had some people hit me up and ask me, what do I think about the whole Logan Paul getting knocked out on his feet and getting held up by Floyd Mayweather scenario, situation, or whatever you want to call it. And I had to tell these guys straight up, you watched that? I didn't watch it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't watch it. The only time I've even laid eyes on this fight is to check out the stuff that y'all talking about. And all I checked out was that clip right there. I didn't watch this fight. This kind of fight to me is for a certain kind of boxing fan, you know, and I don't qualify for that. But since I took a look at it, you know, yeah, he was knocked out on his feet. To say anything otherwise is a lie. But the reason why I did a video on it, because I've actually told you guys about this already. You know, I told you about what was in the Conor McGregor contract, that fight was supposed to be stopped before he ever gets knocked out or laid out on the canvas. That was in his damn contract. I also told you how I knew that. Okay, well, this just confirms it. See, it's something that has to do with these guys' branding, that their PR guy or whatever, I don't know the proper title for that shit, comes in and protects your brand. You know what I'm saying? Like if something happens and this and that, they're the one to create the excuses, the headlines for you, how to spin it, this, that. Well, it's something to be in these contracts that protect their branding, meaning that you have to guarantee that if they go through with this fight, that they'll still be able to, market themselves with such strong significance of the branding, meaning the brand can't be tarnished once they walk away from the contract. The same amount of clout or popularity that he walked in with, the branding that got him in that situation, they want to make sure that that's still intact when it's done, because nobody wants to see Logan Paul sprawled all over the canvas and a whole bunch of camera shots and this and that. He'll never be able to live it down, and that's part of damaging the branding of their client or something like that. So they make sure that they make provisions for stuff like this. So that's actually what you see. And yes, Floyd did hold him up. You know, that is exactly what's going on. Until you guys figure this shit out about boxing, that there's little stuff in there like this. This is why I can question certain fights. This is why I'm iffy about this and iffy about that, because I know the business of boxing. So yes, Floyd held his ass up. I don't care what Logan Paul says or whatever. He's just trying to save face when he really doesn't have to. You know, I've even seen a couple articles where people say Logan Paul was the winner of this fight. You know, you guys are really pathetic. See, when I say I didn't watch this fight and this is for a certain kind of boxing fan, let me tell you what kind of boxing fan it's for. The reason why Floyd Mayweather called this legal robbery, you know what I'm saying, in broad daylight, is because Floyd is still making money off you people wishing that he would lose. It's for a certain kind of boxing fan who will, and let me say this right now, this is not going to be the last time Floyd is going to do this. He's at least going to do this one or two more times, you know, because as long as there are people out there who just want to see this man lose for some strange and odd reason, even though he's retired, then he's always going to be able to make this kind of money. He makes money off y'all hating him, off y'all wanting him to lose. That's what he makes money off of. That's why he throws it up in your face, because that's all the haters' monies. You know what I'm saying? That's all the detractors' money. That's all the bigots' money. That's why he throw that shit up in the camera. That's why I find it hilarious. But to me, well, I'm not gonna say real boxing fans wouldn't watch this, but it goes against what I feel boxing should be in need. Which also brings up the question: is what he is doing is hurting boxing? I don't like the whole Logan Paul thing, Jake and all them. I don't like that. You know, it waters down the fighters. It pushes the boxers further down. It basically makes y'all look like towel boys in the sport of boxing to some people who can't hold a candle next to you, you know? But yet when I said this, a lot of people was for, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with Logan Paul? What's wrong with that? They have this many followers. It'll help boxing. I'm like, for real? All right, I'll let this shit go. But when Floyd fights this guy, these are the same people say, this is hurting boxing. I'm like, whoa, wait, hold on. I told you that I didn't want these guys in boxing. I told you that it's a disgrace. I told y'all, and y'all convinced me, no, this is good for boxing because they have so many views and they bring new boxing fans to boxing. So this is the thing. You can't say in one hand that, no, this is good for boxing, especially when I was against it. But when Floyd takes this same person that you said was good for boxing when they're on their own, but it's bad for boxing when Floyd fights them, you can't do that. That shit's illegal. You know what I'm saying? It's either going to be bad for boxing all the way around or good for boxing all the way around. But you can't say when Logan Paul and KSI, that's good for boxing. But when Floyd fights one of these guys, that's bad for boxing? See, that's the same. You are the same kind of individuals that he went to the bank on. That's why these kind of fights are for you. They're sucker fights. And he'll know that you'll keep falling for it time and time again. That's why it's so hilarious to me. It really is. And like I said, it won't be the last time. Y'all going to pay again to see somebody lose. I mean, you got a group of people, including the boxing industry, that's so damn pathetic. You guys want to give victories to guys over Floyd that he physically beat. If they just get a couple good shots and stuff like that, see, they did a good job. Man, you can Google it right now. There's people saying that Logan Paul won. Pathetic because he got a couple shots. Nobody's keeping in mind, this is a 44-year-old man. 44. Still whipping young guys' ass. Still, professional or not, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But the man is 44. Don't you think he's supposed to lose some kind of step? He's supposed, even though he hasn't. But these guys are so desperate, they want credit over beating an old man. Now keep in mind, these are the same people that say when he fought Miguel Cotto was over the hill. Pacquiao was over the hill. All these people is over the hill. And do I need to remind you that he's older than all those people? But I'm going to digress. But this is why he's able to make this kind of money. So don't say it's bad for boxing when it's KSI, Jake Paul, whoever. I don't even know. What are they famous for? I'm fucking confused. Shit. You know? But don't say that's good for boxing. But if Floyd set up a match with him, that's bad for boxing. And most importantly, this is what I'm going to end it with, and this is going to be the funny shit. If it is bad for boxing, then what does it look like so many people want to copy what he does? And that's actually going to be the next video about the very subject. Is Floyd Mayweather the most copied man in combat sports? Is he? I'm gonna leave you guys with that grape to chew on, you know what I'm saying? And tell me what you think. But yes, Logan Paul was knocked out on his feet. Yes, it was in the interest to make sure that the images or no steel frames was shot with him laid out on the floor, because that'll do something about damaging his brand. And you can't go around damaging people's brands and just keep expecting to get fights like this. Like I said, once I understood the business and dove into the business, boxing is so easy for me to fucking understand. But if you're tired of shit like this, stop supporting bullshit like that. But he knows your lower nature. He knows how to appeal to your lower side. He knows why you guys really want him to lose. and he capitalizes, makes money, and makes millions off that every single damn time. And y'all fall for it every single damn time. And you guys are going to fall for it again. Don't act like you're not. Don't act like you're not. Because he know it's a drug with you guys. You know? He know you will pay to even think he could lose. You guys are going to pay for it. And therefore, Floyd Mayweather is going to keep robbing the bank. But if you ask me, I never touched the fight. I never looked at it. I didn't even know it was on until I seen some stuff on my feed. Like I said, that's for a certain type of boxing fans. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, because Floyd is definitely enjoying your money right now. It is, man. I'm out.